Radio Ramble.
Hello again! I am joined once again to play Requiem Evil. Requiem Evil? Requiem Evil the Resident?
Did you fuck up the name?
Yeah, I did. Oh, God.
Well, welcome back, folks. Place your bets now. Will this video end the same way it always has, with Black Radio going, I think that's been long enough, and then crawling back?
Genuinely don't like it.
Again, you only have yourself to blame. You chose this.
I know.
You chose this game. Knock knock. Turn on flashlight. G. It's only been a few minutes.
I know, but I really don't like it, TW. I really don't like it. Oh, part of me just wants to put it off for today.
You have to do it eventually, man.
I know, but I just...
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not sure if Black Radio actually recorded this bit. I ended up asking him whether or not he ended up contacting his friend who played this game before to ask him if he has to face zombies at this bit. He forgot to ask him, so he has no clue. Oy vey.
I know it's bad. I know I'm a coward. I just don't want to go in without knowing, you know?
Again, you only have yourself to blame even more, given the fact you forgot to ask the guy.
Okay. Where is it? There it is.
Are you grabbing Optimus Prime?
No, I'm grabbing a coin.
What?
Flip a coin to see if I actually should play the game or not. I'm trembling, DW.
This might not even be. This might not
genuinely?
even go on the channel.
No, this would go on the channel. But genuinely, I'm suffering. Genuinely.
That's all, folks.
Stop making fun of me.
Sorry.
Genuinely. Like, it's a genuine fear. This is not even a fear. This is a literal phobia of. I have expressed it on my.
I know you have a fear of zombies. I know.
Mind it. Let me flip the coin. I didn't pick a hat side. Tails, I stay. Heads, I go free. It's heads. Okay, we're going to go free.
You're leaving it for today?
Yeah, I'm just going to ask my friend who at least hints of what to expect. I don't want to know too much, but hints of what to expect. Because he did say, the only thing he told me when he beat the game was, you're not going to like it. And all I can imagine is that it does involve zombies. And from the footage I have seen of this game, from like sneak peeks and stuff, which I sadly got spoiled of, I know there's a scene which has like mannequins. And there's another scene with Leon, but I can handle that to a degree. But okay, just to give an explanation, because imagine people are like, oh, you're such a coward right now. When I was a boy.
When I was a boy.
A long time ago, back when I was a little girl, there was... No, I was always a guy. But...
I hope so. I've known you since primary.
My sibling sat me down. It was like, do you want to watch a funny zombie movie? I was like, yeah! And so they put on Shaun of the Dead, and just so you know, Shaun of the Dead is hilariously funny. Like it's genuinely a funny film. Give it a watch sometime, DPW, and people at home. But there is, while watching it, I wasn't too scared. It was the atmosphere of the film which just was a bit off-putting to me because it gives you the atmosphere was a bit how should I put it, not comfortable. It wasn't like freaky. It wasn't like out of my skin. It was just uncomfortable because, of course, it's poor part of England. It's zombies. It's the idea of danger, that sort of thing. But there's a part in the film where they get to a pub, and one of the characters gets grabbed through the window and pulled through by a horde of zombies, and the camera's right on him, and you see them reach over and rip his guts out through his stomach and start devouring him. I saw that at such a young age that it left a.
How old were you?
I was 9. I will
Okay.
not lie. I know that sounds a bit old to be scared, but I will not lie. I was 9 years old, and when I saw that, it left an imprint on my brain. And the moment I realized that night I didn't sleep, and didn't sleep for like a few days after that. But eventually, we watched oh, what was it? Zombieland. And for
Oh, yeah.
yeah, also a hilariously fun film. But when we watched it, there was a scene where like it wasn't zombies eating a person, but it was like one of the opening scenes where like zombies like run up and grab a lady, and I screamed and covered my eyes and all that sort of thing. And my sibling was like, "Are you okay?" And that's when I realized I have developed an phobia. And so almost and not every game. There are games which I can play which I'm fine with them. There's movies I can watch where I'm just like, okay. But it's primarily the George A. Romero zombies, the slow moving zombies, the rotting corpses which will grab you and just pull you in and start eating you alive. And that develops such a fear in me that even today I don't like people biting me. I know that sounds weird about like not wanting to be bitten, but my sibling, when we hug, sometimes they would do the joke of going like they would snort and then try and like bite my shoulder or whatever. And they did this once, and I just pushed them away very hard and went no no no, and it was a moment of realization of, oh, I also have a great fear of being eaten alive.
Okay, so basically you're also afraid of cannibals.
Yeah, pretty much. But I believe it's mostly contended to zombies because you getting grabbed by them, knowing you can't escape, and they just pull you in, and there's more pulling on you, and eventually they just start biting in and pulling and ripping and tearing, and eventually, and all you will ever feel for the rest of your life, which is in moments, is the gnawing of rotten teeth. Why did I say that so poetically?
You went into a lot of detail for that.
Sometimes you have to express a lot of detail for your fears.
Fair enough.
But yeah, if for those of you at home, if you want to know why, that's why. For DW, there's a heavy explanation of things I've already informed you of.
Yeah, I already knew that you had a fear of zombies quite well.
Mm.
We've known each other quite a while. To be honest, at first a part of me was thinking that this does sound a little ridiculous, but at the same time, when I think of my own phobias, I guess I can understand.
Oh, spiders.
Well, not just spiders, I also have a ginormous fear of heights.
Yes.
Again, I don't even remember where my fear of heights actually comes from. I couldn't remember even if I tried.
I do remember, when we were at sorry to interrupt. I do remember when we were at school and we climbed a climbing frame, and I was perfectly fine with it because heights don't bother me. But we got back to the ground and I looked up, and there you were, your legs shaking at the top of this climbing frame.
That sounds a little familiar, yeah. That does sound a little familiar. My one clear memory of my fear of heights is this is going to sound so stupid and yet so weird at the same time. I remember I was having this dream where I was on a plane, and suddenly the floor underneath the plane suddenly disappeared, and then I started falling,
Oh,
and I started falling down. Although the part that you could tell it was a dream was the part where it ended up basically looking like a map of this certain TV show my mum used to watch. I don't even remember the name of the show, but that's where I was falling to, and then suddenly I woke up. That fear has still stayed with me ever since. I have a fear of heights, and I hate it. Again, it's ridiculous sounding.
no. It's not ridiculous. Fear of heights is it's a genuine fear.
I know, but the way I'm describing it is ridiculous. Is what I mean.
Yes, yeah, obviously. But everyone has like the fall down dream. That's like I get fall down dreams, but it's, for some people, you will just develop a fear of falling and heights and the idea of not being able to catch yourself and.
Yeah, I remember. Again, this only I'm not sure if this actually made my fear worse or not. I think it just made my fear more real. I remember there was this one time I went on a plane. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I know where my fear of heights might have come from now. Now, the more I think about it, there have only ever been 2 times in my life I've gone on a plane. One when I was extremely young, although that's a real blur, although I'm pretty sure that's where my fear of heights came from. And the second time when I was going up to Scotland to stay with my grandmother, like I've done many times. I ended up basically going on the plane, and the whole time I was basically holding my chair seat for my life and looking around at everyone else thinking, why the fuck are they all so calm? Because the plane, it wasn't staying, flat. It was tilting now and then in certain directions.
Yeah, it was hitting turbulence and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a particular. I can actually somewhat identify that fear. That's a realization of reality. Pretty much, when you're sitting in the car,
Yeah.
and do you ever just realize, oh, about a few inches below my feet is a road moving at 60 miles per hour, and if I wasn't in this metal vehicle, I would hit the ground and scrape against it.
I think I had that type of feeling back when I was a little kid, but nowadays it doesn't actually affect me anymore.
Try not to engage in it because you will just feel fear. But it's an idea of reality of I'm in a moving vehicle, moving at several miles per hour, which could hit another moving vehicle or could go off the road and hit another thing. It's a realization of I am in a thing which could cause danger. It can be incredibly worse when you're on a plane because you're thousands of feet in the air. You are
I
in
think
a
that's where my
metal
fear
container.
comes from.
Yeah, it is a terrifying fear of
Again,
reality.
I'm not going to say this as a matter of fact cause because I have no idea if this is the case, but I feel like it's more likely for people to die in planes than it is in cars.
Statistically, it's definitely statistically incorrect, but the idea of the fear of dying in a plane is worse than dying in a car. More people die in cars. In fact, more people die by, I know people die by cows more than they die by sharks every year, but people die in cars more than planes because there's more.
But for the record,
cars.
the reason he knows this is because he lives near cows and he looked it up.
I went into a field with a bunch of wild cattle. And so obviously I have a small fear of cows. Not a fear as in a phobia. I can go into a field of cows perfectly fine. But it's just a knowledge of there's a 2-ton monster in this field which will kick my ass. And I can't defend myself against it because I'm a weedy little man. I mean weedy. I have some arm strength to
Skinny, I think you mean skinny.
Yeah, I'm skinny. But regardless of all that, it's the reality of you are thousands of feet in the air, in a metal tube, and you do not know if it could happen, but the potential of the engine's cutting out and it drops.
Yeah, that
and imagine that feeling.
That mere thought actually fucks with me so much.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's
Question:
fine.
Does sometimes when you're driving in the car, and when you go over a hill or something, and you have that moment of weightlessness?
Again, that doesn't actually affect me. To be honest, I feel like the main reason my fear of I feel like the main reason I have no fear when it comes to a car is because I know who's driving and I trust them as an individual. When I'm in a fucking plane, I have no idea who's fucking driving, and not to mention, I have no idea how you would drive a plane. So I feel like a part of trust also goes into that.
Yeah, there's a level of trust and stuff. I was in the car with a colleague at work. We are rambling right now. This is just like I'll release this episode as like with a note at the front saying there won't be any gameplay in this video. This is just be a ramble.
To be honest, I was thinking, if you are going to release this, I feel like you should end up saying this as this episode as episode 5.5, seeing that this isn't technically an episode.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Episode 5.5. It's not episode 6. If we don't get anywhere, we're just talking and rambling about our fears.
I know my friend who played this game and told me I wasn't gonna like it. Well, not gonna like it. I would be like terrified. He has no fear. I do not know what this man is afraid of. He doesn't fear zombies. He doesn't fear like games. He has.
I feel like
jump
that's
scare
the
him.
case.
I feel like that's the
case. I feel like that's the case with most people, though. Well, not most people, but certain people.
Yeah, certain people.
I remember I had a friend who didn't seem like they had any fears. I remember because when we were kids, it was in class. I don't remember the subject, but the teacher ended up asking us to go around the room and share all of our different fears. And there was this one kid who said he can't think of anything he's afraid of. Now I feel like the only reason that him and your friend have said such things or acted that way are simply because they haven't met anything they're afraid of yet.
Yes, I do not believe in the idea of a person not having fear, both realistic and unrealistic. My fear is unrealistic. There are no such thing as zombies. I doubt zombies will ever become like an actual reality. It's an unrealistic fear, but it's still a fear. Your fear is realistic. It's falling. This is a fear which is primordial.
I hate the fall of it.
Yeah, it's a primordial fear. But regardless,
it's not just even when it comes to planes. It's basically, like you pointed out before, when I was a kid and trying to climb, what were those things called again?
climbing frames.
Yeah, them. I was generally scared, even though I was a few feet off the freaking ground. I remember when we were at college, there was this climbing wall.
Oh yeah.
And someone dared me to try and do it, and I immediately shot that down. Like, no, I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get the freak the fuck out. So no.
I got about like halfway up that wall before I decided, nope, I don't want to do this no more.
I didn't even try. I didn't even try. I didn't even go near it. I simply watched other people go up it.
But going back to my friend, I know for a fact he's gonna shit talk me for doing this, but he doesn't I don't think he understands fully my fears and why it affects me and how it affects me. It's irrational. I understand it's irrational, but it's still something which affects me.
It's subconscious, I think. There's no way you can actually.
One thing
you can end up basically doing things to your conscious mind. You can't do anything to your subconscious mind because it's your subconscious mind. It's really in the back of your head. You can't do anything there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe with a lot of therapy and a lot of mental training, but that takes a lot of freaking time.
Yeah, I'm not putting myself in the room with zombies.
That's not what I meant.
But that's how it works. The sort of therapy is like dipping your toes into your fears. That way, you slowly gain like a sort of immunity to your fears.
Yeah, I'm not considering bungee jumping
or roller coasters. I feel like that's a bit extreme. That
also explains. Yeah, I also had a fear when I was a kid. I also had a fear of roller coasters. Maybe that's why. I always thought it was mainly just because the roller coaster literally ended up making you go up and down and made you go upside down and stuff like that. And I always feared that. Then again, the more I'm talking about this, the more I end up realizing, that's more a fear of heights, because my main fear was, what if the things that end up keeping you in your seat don't keep you in your seat and you end up falling the fuck out?
Yeah, that happens. There's been people who that happens. Alton Towers.
Again, Another good reason why I had fear of roller coasters when I was a kid.
Yeah, those poor people. But yeah, if there's one thing I will never do is like insult someone else for their fear.
I feel like I have in the past, but that was back when I was younger. Nowadays, forgive me. I know a few moments ago I was laughing a little bit in the way you were acting, but I'm never going to end up generally saying to your face, "You're a coward. You have no reason to do this." Because I feel like in the past I have done that. Because in reality, this is just a game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the mere jump scare can end up affecting you. It can end up making your heart run.
As we saw a few episodes prior with the corpse falling through the door. But I don't mind you make it like poking fun, like being like laughing at like me being like screaming or like
to
chase,
be honest,
that sort of thing.
I can't really help myself.
No,
I can't
that's
really
perfectly
help
fine.
myself.
That's understandable. What doesn't kill you should be made fun of. But I will never respect a person who like
looks down on others simply because they don't understand. Yeah.
I will never understand my brother's fear, who has a fear of slugs and mollusks. It's something which happened in his childhood involving them, and he has an incredible fear of them, to the same degree I do with zombies. And
I think I can kind of understand his fear, though, given the fact that it's not just spiders. It's not like, well, I'm not afraid of every last single bug, but I just hate the thought of touching a bug in any way, shape, or form with how disgusting they are. And not to mention the old trope of where I don't know where the fuck they've been.
Yeah. But I will never make fun of him for it, because I will never understand his fear, he will never understand my fear.
Again, it really comes down to the
individual, the person.
Yeah. Anyway, you're like, how long have we been talking?
I didn't put the stopwatch on. Let me just quickly check on that. 22 minutes.
Wait, 22 minutes? Wait, 22 minutes?
Okay, so we have an entire episode. Thank you.
What? We've been talking that long!
Episode 5.5, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. I'm so sorry. I am genuinely sorry.
I know that you and I can be both chatterboxes, but 22 minutes?
I know. I am genuinely sorry to the folks at home.
I'm flabbergasted. I'm a little impressed and a little weirded out. But, yeah, okay. I won't deny I'm a little I won't say I'm disappointed in you. I'm just disappointed in the fact that
we won't get to progress.
Well, I mainly actually enjoy... I'll be honest. In the past, I used to end up making fun of you. I do apologize. I used to end up making fun of you because I used to end up thinking, it's weird to end up being scared of anything in the game, but jump scares do end up making you... Because you're not expecting them. You don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
So the weird thing is, I feel like, for me... I don't actually get scared much by jump scares. It's only when it's something really out of the blue, like a split second or something.
Yeah.
I feel like because sometimes I watch other people's videos and they do jump scares, and I don't actually get scared at all. I don't know what it is with me. Maybe it's because when I'm tenser, I know that something scary is about to happen. That's when I get jump scared. But when I don't know if something's about to jump scare, I just end up reacting normally to it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
The reason why I get scared in games, at least to my imagination, is that it's because I'm controlling the character, therefore I am immersed in the character which I'm playing as, and so...
Oh, I can understand that. I kind of do the same thing when I'm watching a TV character, or basically a movie character. I kind of imagine myself in their shoes, which is why I'm always trying to root for them, you know?
Yeah. Either way, let me just double check to see if where I spawned out. Just to see where I spawned, because I believe that
I imagine you're going to spawn back into the room, given the fact.
Let's hope.
You ended up saving there, and you didn't end up resaving after leaving that place. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you end up spawning back here. Yeah.
Okay. That's it for today. Okay.
I'm
sorry.
Oh yeah, now I remember. Anyway, like I was trying to say, the only thing I'm disappointed by is that I actually enjoy us doing this. I enjoy us getting through this game. I like to see your reactions a little bit, so I enjoy it that way. So a part of me is a little disappointed, but at the same time, I don't blame you. I blame I'm just gonna blame the circumstances. You know,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
it's fine. Anyway,
I want to
there's always
continue as
next
well.
time.
I want to know what happens to the characters and Leon and Grace.
Yeah, but you're not in the right state of mind, so that's fine.
Uh,
Again, other people will probably complain, but that's their problem, not ours.
yep. It's my channel. I do what I want. Thank you for being
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on, that reminds me. I meant to bring this up earlier, but I completely forgot. Seeing that this is going to be a filler-in episode, I might as well point something out to you. You know, to be honest, Black Radio, I don't really mind whether or not in your descriptions you end up putting my channel link in there or not. Although I do mind that you end up putting it incorrectly or not.
Oh, did I put it incorrectly?
You put it incorrectly because episode 1 you did it correctly. Episode 2 to 5 you ended up making a space in between, so now it only just goes to the YouTube homepage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll fix that right after this.
Okay. Again, I don't mind whether or not you put my channel in the description, but I do want you to get it right, or else people are just going to get annoyed.
I figured that since you're here, I might as well put you in the description because that's fair.
Fair enough. Anyway, I guess we'll leave it off here.
Okay. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, that's the end of the video. I guess goodbye. See you for next season. Yes.